Good day, and welcome to the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me this week as I share my astrological overview for the week. And of course, I know you're wondering about the weather here in Houston, hot and humid as ever. That will be our continuing forecast until November. The effects of Neptune and Mercury retrograde this last week really made the last couple of weeks feel like you're walking through jello. We will soon be out of the Mercury retrograde, but not really until after June 23rd. But overall, we'll be out of the Mercury retrograde by June 16th, and that's when we can focus our attention on things outside of ourselves. We also only have one kind of long void moon occurring on Tuesday. Less void moons should help us keep focused through the week. If you would like to get in touch with me for a personal session or just to ask a question, you can always reach me at Lillyroddyshow@AOL.com, Lillyroddyshow.com, or find us on Pinterest, Twitter, or Facebook. Let's get started with this week's forecast. Sunday, June 14th, Happy Flag Day. The moon starts the day void of course in Taurus, but she does enter adaptable Gemini at 12:51 p.m. and is no longer void of course. Our first aspect of the day, the Sun conjuncts Mars at 10:56 a.m. With these two planets having contact for the last couple of days, we feel extra energetic and ready to chat about anything with anybody who comes into our radius. All of us feel naturally competitive today. This is an ideal day to act on your impulses and do something totally spontaneous. The same combination of planets can also make us feel edgy, defensive, or overly reactive. However, these are still favorable days for softball games, soccer games, Flag Day celebrations, or just working on some weekend projects around the home. The energy of this planetary combination, Sun conjunct Mars, will continue to be in effect for the next couple of days, so that should help us. The moon enters Gemini at 12:51 p.m. and is no longer void of course. As the moon enters Gemini, we'll feel more organized and better able to multitask. The moon opposes Saturn at 12:53 p.m. This combination of planets can really put a damper on our afternoon fun time. We may push too hard to make things work exactly as we had planned. Be careful of your critical and judgmental side, especially when you take aim at yourself. Saturn, the planet of the authority figure and the Lord of Karma, retrogrades back into Scorpio at 7:38 p.m. She will remain in Scorpio until September 17th, when Saturn re-enters Sagittarius. Saturn has been in retrograde motion since March 14th. Saturn's retrograding back into Scorpio signifies a time when we look closely at our resources and how we desire to make the best use of them. When Saturn is retrograde, it's always a useful time to look at our future plans and how well they're tracking. The moon conjuncts Mercury at 9:27 p.m. We're in a much lighter mood this evening. We look for activities to entertain us or to divert our attention from things that are too serious. This be a fun time to play a word game with your friends. Monday, June 15th, the moon transits Gemini, the sign of versatility, for the entire day. Our first aspect on Monday, the moon sextiles Venus at 4:38 a.m. When these two planets meet while we're sleeping, it always ensures sweet dreams. The moon squares Neptune at 5:59 a.m. Our morning starts out slowly. All of us will want to stay in bed and avoid responsibilities this morning. Push the snooze bar as often as you like. You have my permission. I'll write you a note if you need one. The moon sextiles Jupiter at 10:05 p.m. We feel a lot more energetic this evening. This could be a great night for entertaining clients or just being with your friends. We are open-minded and willing to listen to what other people have to say. The moon sextiles Uranus at 11:42 p.m. Our positive energy continues as our attitude takes a more bohemian turn with this Uranus contact. If you are up at this time, you'll definitely need some kind of mental stimulation. Tuesday, June 16th. The moon starts the day in Mercurial Gemini, but she does turn void, of course, at 9:05 a.m., and she remains void, of course, for almost 9 hours until she enters emotionally expressive Cancer at 5:51 p.m. Plan your more important activities early in the morning before the moon turns void, or wait until the early evening. The moon conjuncts Mars at 8:06 a.m. It's a great morning for a run or a workout at the gym. We have a lot of extra energy and are ready to start a new project. We won't be very patient, so give other drivers plenty of room on the road on your way to work this morning. The moon conjuncts the sun at 9:05 a.m. This is the new moon in Gemini. With the new moon, we are interested in getting our daily affairs in order. All of us will be more talkative than usual. And then, of course, right after this, the moon is now void, of course, in Gemini at 9:05 a.m. Eventually, the moon enters Cancer at 5:51 p.m. and, of course, is no longer void, of course. In the evening, we are more emotionally connected and may find it more pleasant to be with family or in familiar situations. And I'm happy to say that Mercury is now moving forward at a positive speed. This means that Mercury retrograde is over until the next time. Purchase your car, sign your important documents, and buy those new cell phones. Enjoy. Wednesday, June 17th. The moon journeys through Cancer, the sign that's both crabby and protective, for the whole day. Ask a fellow Cancer about that. The moon trines Neptune at 11:41 a.m. We look for a more laid-back or quiet environment at this time. Choose your company wisely, as their feelings will have an impact on you. This would be a desirable day for a very, very long lunch. The moon opposes Pluto at 8:42 p.m. Emotionally, we take a hard look at where we're going and what we are doing. This can be a perfect time to have a real heart-to-heart conversation with somebody that you really care about. We want more honesty and a greater desire to be able to trust those around us. It's always an opportune time to clean out those closets when these two planets meet, Moon and Pluto. Thursday, June 18th. The moon spends another entire day in Cancer, the sign of home and family. Although the moon is not void, of course, we only have one aspect early in the morning, and it may be best to have a more flexible schedule for today rather than having everything planned out. But overall, make sure you feel comfortable. Our first and only aspect of the day, the moon squares Uranus at 6:24 a.m. We are restless early this morning and may even appear to be indifferent. Watch out for other drivers on the road, as they will think that they are in charge. Keep your dance card light this morning. That's our only aspect for Thursday. Friday, June 19th. The day starts with the moon in Cancer, but she quickly turns void, of course, in Cancer at 12:52 a.m. And just as quickly she enters robust Leo at 1:23 a.m. and is no longer void of course. This is a very short void of course moon, and for most of us, we'll be asleep. The moon trines Saturn at 12:52 a.m. If you're up working late, you're getting a lot done. This can also be a useful time to get your to-do list ready for the morning rush. The moon is now void of course in Cancer at 12:52 a.m. The moon enters Leo at 1:23 a.m. and we feel more confident and the need to be extra active with the moon in Leo. The moon sextiles Mercury at 2:36 p.m. Our brain and communication skills are working very well this afternoon. This is a rewarding time to be contacting clients, organizing your schedule, or just chatting with your friends about what you've been doing today. Saturday, June 20th. The moon resides in self-focused Leo for the entire day. The moon conjuncts Venus at 2:59 a.m. If you're awake at this time, this is a wonderful time to be with that special someone sharing a late night snack. The moon conjuncts Jupiter at 3:37 p.m. in the afternoon. We feel very positive and optimistic this afternoon. This is really a great time for almost any type of activity, but especially those that have to do with self-promotion, travel, education, or publications. We can easily spend more money than we have when these two planets combine. And our last aspect for Saturday, the moon trines Uranus at 4:07 p.m. Our late afternoon continues to be positive as we are more interested in doing things that are engaging and unusual. We need to take a break from any type of routine during the afternoon. This can be a good time to work with any type of business organization or community group. And it's always nice to end the week on a positive aspect. Summertime is just around the corner on June 21st. So be ready for the first day of summer. And please join me next week as we look at June 28th through July 4th. This is the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas, reminding you to keep those stars in your eyes. Bye-bye.